Oh, Lukas is in time.
Letterbox.
Oh my God, we're all
What is
here. The
up?
gang's all here.
Man,
Yes,
this has been the
we
first time in
are.
a long
Yes, we
time
are.
that we all are here.
It's crazy.
I wish there was a better way to
Wild.
display us all on screen here. There we go. That looks a little bit better.
This is
Now
fine.
we look a
This is
little
fine.
Yeah, there we go.
It's the first
There's a lot of
buzzer
people
beater I've
online.
had to
There's a lot of
pull
people
off.
in right now, but we got to give a shout out to High on Horror 1999 for being here at 7:02.
Oh, damn.
Hey,
Got here at
Hell
the
yeah.
got here at the same time
Super
we were
early.
trying to figure out why
Yeah.
Dave was pink.
Yep.
yeah. We were working with camera stuff. We got Shannon with us. We got Scott Walker. Scott Walker came. He's got notes. He's got Scream stuff to talk about.
Yeah, he's got notes.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about Scream, so of course Scott's here. The legendary
got my
Scott Walker
camera
is going to
back.
talk about. Oh, it's working again.
I got my camera back, guys.
There you
nice.
go.
We got Melissa.
We're
Whoa.
all here,
Melissa
and now
with
I'm
us?
really pale.
Yeah, well, I was pink before we went live, so
It was
Well,
got
it was an
King Matthew
interesting,
with
an
us.
interesting start.
we got Chulita 1971. Stew information.
New information. We are
Hi.
going to get to that. Yeah.
We're gonna be
King Matthew,
talking
how
about
much
that.
snow did you get in Texas? I think we're approaching 2 feet now.
I don't think
Yeah,
we're
crazy.
we maybe have
Oh,
around
it's so much lighter in Texas. I saw on my dad's Facebook.
Well, also keep in mind their vehicles can't really handle
No,
that
I
stuff.
know.
All right, so everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining us this week on another live show. A lot more Scream stuff to talk about this week. We're going to dive into that new
Yes.
poster, that horrible AI video that they released with the AI Roger Jackson voice, which is absolutely horrible as well.
Okay, so I missed
Basura.
something.
Yep, we're going to talk some popcorn buckets as well. So the popcorn buckets are finally
Yes.
being leaked out there. One's really cool because it's actually a movie late because it should have been for the last movie, but we'll talk about that
No
too.
way.
Yep.
And there's popcorn bucket too. I mean, we can talk about that one.
Yep. Also we're gonna. Well, I don't know, Marcus. Did you get a chance to see Silent Hill?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Heard some things, but no, I did not. So
All right,
but
we're
you can
gonna leave
talk about
Silent Hill.
it.
Talk
I
about that.
too have heard some things.
No. You can talk about it. You can talk about it.
I
There's,
haven't. None of us have seen it except for Dave.
Oh,
there's-
really?
Yeah, there's nothing good to talk about. So, like Noah and Lucas, I know you guys are going to make an attempt to see it in the theater.
Oh, I don't even know.
We are.
Good luck.
Um,
Good luck.
So what I've been told and what I assumed anyways with any movie that is first off, when you're making a movie, we talked about this on Wednesday.
Yep.
You're taking a video game and then cramming it into 2 hours or less, and that's not possible. It's just not. So, and especially not with Silent Hill. Silent Hill is such an advanced psychological horror storytelling game.
It's difficult to cut all that down. It really
Yeah.
is.
It
A
has
lot
to
of
be
it
a
is
series.
super important, which really sucks for like storytelling reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Another thing that we
let's
even said
talk
too, it's hard
about
to even do it in
storytelling,
one season.
right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about storytelling. Well, they took from the source material very little, and then they changed the source material for Return to Silent Hill, which I'm not familiar with the game. Look, I'm going to tell everybody out there, I own Silent Hill 1 and 2. My mom cropped it like about 15 years ago and never returned it, and I never replaced it. So
Not for
I
the reason
haven't
you would
played
think
it.
either.
Yeah,
It's not because
yeah,
oh you're too young to play these games. It's because she wanted to play them.
yeah, because she wanted to play.
That's why
She's a
you-
fan of the Silent
Isn't
Hill
that why
games.
you lost Resi 4 too? Because she took that and she wanted to play it.
Yep,
And Mars
yeah.
Mars Attacks. Yeah, there's a
Mars
whole
Attacks. She's
story.
got a bunch of my games. So they
Good taste.
so story wise they changed a lot of the things that is in the Silent Hill 2 video game itself. but they have a lot of side characters that they don't really do anything with, including Pyramid Head. He's just like there. He's not
Oh,
really
boy.
a threat. And if you were looking at making the video game where you have our main character running around a lot, that's what he's doing. And what's sad is this is the same director from the original Silent Hill film, which I really love that film, but it never hit
that
that.
one's trash.
Oh, see, man, I love that movie. It's not. It doesn't come even close to that. And visually, you can tell that it's done on a blue screen because of how fake and glossy everything looks around it. But the lead actor, was it Jeremy Fines or Jeremy something? He did fantastic. He did a really good job.
If you ever get the chance to play Silent Hill 1 and 2, you would understand why everyone would say the original Silent Hill movie is trash. It's because Pyramid Head should not be in the movie.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, Pyramid. Okay, so spoiler alert. It's not even a spoiler because it's in the game. Pyramid Head is the embodiment of James. He's the torturer/tortured version of James. He's the Punisher/punished version of James. There's a whole like I said, you're gonna have to play the game because you can't watch the movie because it's not gonna fucking explain it. But there's a whole reason for it, and I don't want to spoil it because I would recommend just playing it because it's a really good story.
Yeah.
But you just can't. You can't do like we said. We keep saying it over and over. You can't make these video games into movies. You have to make them to shows, and they can't be one game per season. It's got to be multiple seasons per game, or you're not gonna encapsulate it in the way you want to. And it shows. I mean, you look at the reviews on this day one. It's an averaging 2-star review rating. Like, and I'm not surprised. I completely assumed like, yeah, this is probably going to be butchered. I'm not. So I mean, we're gonna get to it. So I'm just gonna say it. I'm not looking forward to the new Resi movie. I think that's gonna have the same thing. I think that movie's gonna be another watered down experience instead of getting what we actually want out of a video game adaptation. Capcom, stop signing off on live actions. I don't know why you do that. Just keep making your games. Just keep remaster the old ones to have the better graph. Oh my god, we got a cat cameo. All right.
Oh wow.
Hold the phone on everything.
Oh boy, look at this. Lucas is gone and the cat's replaced him. All right. So, well, speaking of
we did get a cat.
Speaking of video game adaptations, right? So we have some news. We have some news coming out of the Resident Evil world, and that is that we have one of the actresses in it. Callie Reese is saying that we're going to love what they're doing with the film.
Oh yeah. Sure.
They always.
It's going to be an origin story of Resident Evil, and it's supposed to be really, really good. Now
that's what Resi Zero's for.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of my favorite games. They're gonna butcher it, dude. Oh.
Yep.
That's what Resi Zero's for. Resi Zero takes place right before 1 through 3 because.
Yep.
Oh look! I was right. This movie is gonna be shit, just like every other video game adaptation that they make.
Yep.
Oh. Love the
trash.
Cat. We got a question out there. Is the BioShock movie still in development? Can't see you pulling that off.
I hope not.
I hope not either.
Look real quick.
Dude, I heard it was supposed to be a series, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? Just like how me, Marcus, and Noah said on the last podcast, is that they need to legit stop. Even The Last of Us butchered it. They need to stop rushing the entire game 1 in one season. Game 1 needs to be multiple seasons. Game 2 needs to be multiple seasons. You know what I mean? Like you can't you can't do that, bro.
That also my issue isn't that they're trying to cram it into one season. My issue is that they're trying to cram it into 8 episodes per season. This whole like 8 episode epidemic on shows.
Episodes. Yeah, what happened to 16 episodes?
This like it's genuinely the worst. No, it's like genuinely for like everything because like Invincible's doing it. The Boys pretty much do it to a certain extent. I'm pretty sure. But like
I think
every
12 episodes, maybe. No, they're like 9.
Every show that comes out now is 8 episodes, and I'm like, I would rather have more episodes per season. You can stretch out the story and have a better season.
Oh,
there is a big BioShock update. That was dropped in September. So it is going to be directed by Francis Lawrence, who did The Long Walk and Hunger Games.
Ooh,
it is. It's a Netflix movie. So I haven't really been following this at all. So like,
Oh.
if Netflix movie is a bit, yeah. Let's see anything. Yeah, so we got a director attached to it, so that looks pretty interesting. So we'll see what we'll see what it does, man. It could be good, it could be bad. We don't know. All right, so that's the Resident Evil news. I'm not too excited about it. They haven't. I enjoyed
BioShock,
Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah. So talk about BioShock in regards to like what we just learned about Netflix, which is that they intentionally repeat the plot so people pay attention know the plot while they're on their phones. That concerns me. But because like that, like if that's gonna become the norm, like that movie didn't do well, so I assume it might not become the norm as of right now, but it could become a possibility. So if that happens with BioShock, that's gonna concern me because I don't need to hear that the entire time, especially when this is another investigation psychological RPG or first person shooter game. So you don't want to do that to know the plot. You're supposed to be figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, no. If they're gonna turn any of these things into shows and do it a proper way,
it's not a show; it's a movie.
It's a movie.
No, I know. BioShock, I have no faith in them to do a faithful rendition of this. I haven't heard anybody talk about like trying to. I don't know. They all say, oh, we're trying to stick to the game, or we're trying to do something really cool with the game's elements, and then it just turns out bad.
Did you play it? No. I watched the
I read the source material. The source material being the game manual.
All right. We got a quick question from Scott on video games, so we'll go to that real quick. What video games from PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 would you like to see re-release on the PlayStation 5? And we'll let see. Go ahead.
Saints Row.
I say what we need as a movie or a show is Soul Reaver Legacy of Kain, dude. We need that fucking thing, dude. And done right. Have you guys ever played Soul Reaver?
Okay.
Nope.
I think I've heard of it.
Never
Hold
heard
on,
of
one
it.
second. Let me Google it.
Oh my God. You guys did yourself a disservice, dude. It is incredible. That whole Legacy of Kain video games are amazing. Especially the Soul Reaver ones. Like, because they have Kane's story, like when he was younger and all this other jazz is based on vampires and whatnot, but it's spiritual, supernatural. It's pretty fucking dope. But the Soul Reaver, I guess you should say saga, Legacy of Kain, is hella dope, dude. Oh my God. I want that as a TV show or a series. Tell you.
I would like a remake of Manhunt, and you can throw that into a TV show or a movie as well.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Manhunt's a great one.
How was Twisted Metal? I didn't watch Twisted Metal with Anthony Mackie. How was that?
Actually surprisingly fun. It was not anything like
series.
the game story, but it was really, really fun.
Really?
I will say,
Sweet Tooth was actually surprisingly the best part of that show.
Well, I would hope so.
Like he was almost nothing like the game counterpart.
I think a good one to
remaster.
A good game to remaster.
Other than design, yeah, he was almost nothing like him.
Oh, really? Interesting.
He's still like crazy. He's still like a crazy killer, but it's just not the same like feng shui.
What about Max Payne?
Max
Payne needs a fucking reboot, dude. But it needs to be a show as well.
Yeah, they turn it into
not with Mark Wahlberg.
No, well, a series is fine, but I'm saying like a remaster it into like a remastered game, or give us maybe a new game.
Oh yeah.
And I'm also gonna be cheap. I'm gonna say the Atari Godzilla trilogy because they said they've talked about doing it already, and I would like to see that. More Godzilla games, please.
All right, Marcus, what do you got game wise before we switch over to your topic that you would want to see back?
GTA 6 is never coming out, Vladimir. I'm sorry to break it to you. Like
Manhunt was my choice.
Manhunt too. All right, we're on the same page.
If we're talking about remastered games, though, they need to remaster for like if it was PlayStation 1 or like even N64 or whatever. I say a remastered version of 007 and Ocarina of Time from N64. I say for PlayStation, we should get oh damn it, It was on it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my god, I blanked out for 2 seconds. It'll come back to me. But I already have Chrono Trigger, and Chrono Cross, or even Dino Cross,
Chrono
dude.
Trigger's already had like 3 new games in the past couple of years.
No, but I'm talking about the OG original for like a PS5 remaster, dude, would
like
be insane.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like a Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross, or even Dino Cross would be awesome, dude.
We got
Redman's
Redman
said God of
in the
War.
God of War.
That's the first 3 being remastered. I would be down with that.
The first 3 are actually being remastered.
God of War 1 through Ascension.
I thought I saw something about that.
Yeah, God of War 1, 2, and 3. I don't know about Ascension, but God of War 1, 2, and 3 is being remastered for the PlayStation 5.
I enjoy the story in those they're good and sloppy in different ways, but I enjoy them for their I enjoy them for the fighting and the platform. Like that's what 1 through 3 I love those. The story for 4 and 5 are where it's at, but I would love to get a remastered version of that. If the controls are the same too, that'd be amazing.
All right,
Good call, RJ, because those are 2 James Bond games. They were real good back when Pierce Brosnan.
Yep, 007 GoldenEye, baby.
Yeah.
First game I got.
All right, guys, let's move off the video game topics since we got to cruise over to our screen conversations. But before we do that, Marcus, right? You wanted to call this out a little bit here. We got Sinners, man, making some waves.
Yeah, man, it made history. But the first film with the highest nominations for the Oscars. I know awards don't mean anything these days, but this film to do that is just amazing, man. And
let's take a look at this. Best picture, best actor, best supporting actor, and best supporting actress, best casting, best cinematography, best costume design, best director, best original screenplay, best editing, best makeup and hairstyle, best original score, best original song, best production design, best sound. It's got everything going for it.
I will say, depending on which one, this is for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So depending on which ones they put up. Yeah.
But not only that, though, I mean, you still got to consider this a horror film. So a horror film doing this too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Ryan Coogler, man, they cooked up something special. So you got to give him his credit. You got to give him his flowers.
Depending on what they put up against these certain nominations, I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win all of them. But I would say
they're not going to win all of them. But
they got. But I was going to say, I would say that there's a good chance that they're getting anywhere from 5 to 8. I would bet money on them getting at least 5 of those nominations.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking what Redman's thinking here. Won't win best. It will be one battle after another. That'll win. Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to win best picture too. It's not best picture though.
I couldn't stand the movie.
I think it should win best movie. I don't think it should win best picture because I do agree that, especially watching it in theaters, it was rather dark, but that didn't take away from the movie. But I don't think it wins best picture because of that.
What's the competition? Frankenstein
in theaters,
right? Frankenstein's up there for best picture too.
Long Walk, right?
But but Sinners is definitely better, dude. Like as soon as I saw Sinners, I knew for a fact that bitch was gonna win a lot of awards, dude.
Maybe Sinners gets it because The Substance didn't get it last year.
Who's being nominated for best actor? Is it I assume it's why am I blanking on his name?
Chalamet.
Who?
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, for the movie
Sinners?
about
Marty Supreme.
No, Sinners, Michael B. Jordan.
That's what I was asking. Yeah, I was asking if it was Michael B. Jordan or the guy who played the main character. I can't remember his name either.
Mouse
right. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm gonna close my window here because it's slowing me down on my screen here on the other one. But the next piece of news before we start diving into Scream stuff is Thanksgiving 2 was not even started yet. Like that's why we didn't get it last year. Like we were all like, where the hell is Thanksgiving 2, right? Because we heard it was supposed to go into filming at the same time as Scream, and now it never went into production. So who knows when we're getting Thanksgiving 2? So
and that also begs the question. Well, I mean, we know the answer to it, but like because he kind of said it, but like, Patrick Dempsey was supposedly filming Thanksgiving, and that was part of the reason why he couldn't be a part of Scream 7. Supposedly, but they haven't started filming. So is that so?
No, that was a money
interesting,
thing.
right? So
that came out.
yeah,
That
it was
came
definitely
out.
a money thing.
They didn't want to pay the man to come back. So,
All right.
Oh,
Well, maybe we'll
Shannon-
see things. I don't think we're going to see Thanksgiving for another couple of years, and I don't even know if we're going to see Terrifier this year because they haven't started filming that either. There's all these false reports from fans out there saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna," and they're working on it, and this is clips from it and pictures from it. It's like it's not. They're not even started yet. Damien and David Howard Thornton are still on contours. So,
Shannon said the substance opened the door for horror recognition, and I think that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I should have fucking won the best actress. To me, more not winning best actress is crazy.
yeah, I went and seen Honora in the theaters after that win, and she was not. Mikey Madsen, hey, she's from Scream, but she wasn't the best actress. It was definitely.
It's crazy. It's crazy because they literally proved her point. They proved the point of that movie, that because Demi Moore was the older actress in nomination, she didn't get that award, and I can guarantee you that's why she didn't get the award. See, they literally played right into the hand of the movie, and I think that's honestly beautiful because she didn't win the award, but she fucking won because everyone agrees that she should have won that award, and also it kind of plays into the fact that the awards mean nothing because you let people who watch the movie actually vote on best on these best whatevers, and they're not gonna line up with the same fucking thing. But it's the same thing, right? You don't get certain Marvel movies, and granted, a lot of them are shit now, but back when they were making really good ones, should have been up for nominations and stuff like that.
Yeah, King Matthew, if you like body horror films, then check it out. If you don't like body horror films, then you won't like it.
It's also it's a very intelligent movie too. Like it's a very think movie.
Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody's here to talk Scream, so we're gonna start diving into Scream. I'm gonna look at Lucas' excitement. He's so excited to talk about Scream, almost as much as he loves talking about Halloween. I'm gonna throw the comments up on stage. Everybody, feel free to interact. We're gonna start with probably the biggest piece of crap that Paramount and Spyglass has dropped on us recently, and that is their AI video. So let me go ahead and get that queued up real quick.
We like the look of that ceremonial dagger traders. I can relate.
What the hell was that?
The knife swipe noise was. I would never have that knife swipe noise be so off.
Why couldn't we get Roger Jackson to do the voiceover work for that?
Is he not on contract? Like,
using...
give him a quick call. He'll send you an audio clip real quick. It's not that hard.
Yep.
I'm sure he just does this for the love of the game. He's done it for 7 movies now, and the TV show.
They didn't even use the good Ghostface AI voice.
He did it for the board game for Funko. Like, come on. He does it for the love of the game, and you couldn't get him for a 5-second video or something like that. Come on. Stop pushing AI garbage. It's not. Let's burst the AI bubble, okay? It's not what it was meant to be. It's other than an energy waster and a water waster. Let's get rid of it, please. I don't need AI Roger Jackson.
What the shit was that? Is correct, right?
Also, the fact that I've seen better AI clips from just random people on like Facebook, just posting random shit that they like. Oh, look at this little fun thing I have of me and my grandma jet skiing like squirrels or whatever. It's like,
and they're using an old Ghostface AI voice that was out 2 years ago. They've upgraded that voice since then. So they even found the wrong clip out there. Because I've used the Ghostface AI voice in a whole entire video series that we did on here, Stu's Clues. But now that we got past all the garbage in that, what he says is very interesting. He says traitor, and he says ceremonial dagger. Ceremonial daggers obviously go along with cults, right? What makes me nervous about him saying that, it reminds me of the curse of Michael Myers, the cult of Thorn, right? We're talking about ceremonial daggers right now. So
See a ghost face tramp stamp for everyone, like that's their tattoo. It's got like the face and the eyes right above the butt crack.
Scott, I saw your question. I got it marked, man. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna go to it in order. So we have some things to talk about, and we'll come back to that. All right. So we looked at that.
I would rather that.
Anything that you guys got to say about the ceremonial dagger? Is it just them throwing out something there to get people to talk, or we're gonna see something in there, or is it like Madman saying, "Is Paramount must be nervous as hell"?
I don't know. I don't think they would put it out for no reason. They just, it's part of their marketing scheme because that's about to amp up, because there was an article saying that, hey, with Scream 7 supposed to be big, with Nev being back and Lillard being back, like, where's the marketing behind it? There was like an article about a week ago about the poor marketing. So I think now they're trying to ramp up their marketing now.
Yeah, and we talked about that 2 weeks ago. It's like, hey, they're way behind on marketing for this film.
Well, Stu also being known, like Stu being in this film was a leak, right? Like us finding out about that. Isn't that? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But they played into it with putting his voice in the trailer and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, look,
sorry about that, boys.
Oh wait, that way. Sorry, I'm inverted now.
Yeah, the whole thing with AI, we said is used as a tool. You know what I mean? But the whole fact of the matter is that when you use and abuse it like how they did, it's insane. You know. Well, King Matthew, that is true, but there's like, I'm gonna be totally transparent. We had to use it a little bit in our film, and I'm totally against it. But with the time and budget that we had to use a little bit of that stuff, and I'm not for it, right? But again, if you use and abuse it just to cut funds and all this other jazz, and maybe they didn't want to pay Roger Jackson for that, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yep.
Like, how are you going to take your star icon voice and just dub over it? Out of control.
Yeah.
Arguably bigger than Nev Campbell, and like he's arguably bigger than the big three from the original film. Because you don't have. It's kind of like Tobin Bell as in Saw. It's like you don't. To me, I feel like you don't really have the franchise without him. And I think that stays with Roger Jackson's voice. Maybe this is their way of saying like, hey, we'll have his voice after he's gone. And if this is the way it's going to be presented, I'm okay with not doing that.
But you can't argue that fact because they had James Earl Jones' voice, you know what I mean, for Darth Vader, and they still use it for Darth Vader.
Well, he signed off on that. He sold it.
Yeah, he did.
Well, because he was getting up there in age, which is fair, right? But like I said, if you're not gonna pay the man while he's up and running, you know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Then strike him a big deal that he can't refuse to do what James Earl Jones did and just use his voice.
Yep.
But also, is that even? Are you allowed to use someone's likeness in that regard, especially with a big production company, and get away with it if you're making such money on it?
If he sells the voice, yes. That's why James Earl Jones was getting old. He knew he was, gonna go, and that's why he did it.
But I'm talking about Roger Jackson, them using an AI clip. Would they need consent from Roger Jackson to do it? Because they're making money?
Because they own the rights. They own the rights to it.
That's crazy. Imagine not owning your voice.
Yeah. The only reason that I per se don't necessarily agree with AI in general, it's a big pool of plagiarism. It's a big pool of like genuinely just like ripping assets for willy-nilly off the internet to fit whatever it needs to produce. It also is just a massive waste of like human talent. There's like I don't want to sound preachy. It's so counterintuitive to use AI to make art because like the only thing that can really make worthwhile art and like memorable art are going to be like people, and then now it's getting to the point where it's starting to get indistinguishable from pieces because it's ripping from all the other pieces that are already on the line now. It's bad. It's really bad. It's really, really bad.
Yeah.
and data centers are being brought up all over the place. It's the worst thing actually ever to happen to anything. It's actually just bad. It's bad.
Yep.
AI sucks. Yeah, the Red
Yep.
Man 790 says it the best.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very
Yes.
true.
But and I do agree to a certain extent about the like, you know, sometimes you need something quick and it needs to be there. Like I can't do that for like art or anything like that. But like little things like God forbid I need like I need, I don't know, like information on a character that I haven't really thought that well out, and like it's a really quick thing that I need out quick. AI build me a backstory or something off of this or something.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always work out, but it's so much more worth it to put the time in. But again, sometimes shit happens.
Well, you know, here's the deal. Ben Affleck said it the best. You know, it's because he's been ahead of the game on this type of stuff in all his interviews since the early 2000s. But
Yeah.
you know, he said it recently on the Joe Rogan podcast as well of how it can't. As of right now, it cannot because, you know, if you use it, it's shit. You know what I mean? Honestly, you could try to make it a story, you could try to make whatever. It's crap. But there's certain little things that you can do, right? Like our one of our reporter scenes. Like I had my buddy do one reporter, but the other one we didn't have the time or budget to hire somebody, so we just made it create a reporter. Did pretty well, but guess what? It couldn't be a long piece either. So it's super quick. You know what I mean? And whatever, and that's it. It needs to be used as a tool like that because any type of intelligence or even um, you know, technology, they're not going to do well because it doesn't have that human element. It will never have that human element. You know, until we start mixing, you know, human consciousness with it, I don't think we'll ever have that and have to worry about it. You know what I mean? We're going to get more shit films because of it, which is going to accentuate the really good films. So it's going to be a double-edged sword. We're going to get a lot of crap, but the really good films are going to stand out even more so than ever before.
Yep.
I see a segue in the comments.
Yes, we do. We got a segue in the comments. Anybody
Yes.
seen the Scream 7 popcorn bucket? So, do we
Mhm.
want to start with the Scream 7 popcorn bucket, or do we want to start with the one that looks like it's from Scream 6? What do you guys want to see?
Let's start with the one that looked like from Scream 6.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull this up here, and that is this baby right here. It is the case.
Nice.
With Ghostface in there from Scream 6. So from the memorial itself, the Ghostface shrine. So that's one of the Ghostfaces there. So this is a lot like the Superman one, but you have Superman on the side doing the heat vision, heat vision inside it. So you got your popcorn. It goes right inside there. So that is
Is there a
that one.
light in
Nice
that? Looks
little
like there's gonna be a
collectible
light
piece.
in that.
Yeah, nice little collectible piece there.
It looks like there's gonna be a
It
light
looks
in that
good.
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
there is a TikTok video of it showing, like, you know, the because it was like a popcorn maker, so the popcorn is, you know, surrounded. But the whole thing is that figure standing in the middle of it is, yeah, you know.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, it
got
looks
big
really
mitts
good.
like me, man, your hand can get stuck in there.
Also, how the hell are you gonna how are you gonna clean that? Like you can't. Like
Yeah, you can't clean.
You gotta
these
get a
things.
brush.
so many.
You gotta get a
So many of
brush.
those buckets. Yeah, so many of those buckets. Like they're purely like I don't want the popcorn in it. I'll just take the bucket.
Mhm.
I get it on the side.
I don't know. So would you guys buy this? I don't know.
I
I don't
would.
know if I would buy it.
I would buy it just to have as a display, kind of like how I have with the masks and stuff like that. I would do it as a display, not it's for use. You know what I mean? Looks pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, I don't use any of these popcorn buckets for use. They're all on display in the video store and stuff like that.
They
Currently
make
made
these
space for 2
popcorn
buckets.
buckets to be used. Why are you not using the popcorn bucket if it's to be used?
Well, I can tell you why I'm not using 2 of the ones that I want to get, which one's coming in, but because it's going to be a head of Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla, and I have made space because they look nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, my Batman bat signal, I don't use a popcorn
that thing
bucket.
is
It's awesome
so
because it
cool.
turns on. Is incredible. And then my Spider-Gwen and my Miles Morales popcorn bucket, they look incredible. I don't ever put anything in it.
I plan on eventually I plan on filling them with like boxes and bags of like candy and seasonings for popcorn and stuff like that. So they have a purpose, but not one that makes it messy. It's like we have stuff ready for the movies when we let's sit down and watch a movie.
Nice.
Ooh, we're about to see it on camera because you brought it up.
Yeah. Yes.
There it is. The
Looks
screen
good.
6-1. Yeah. It's got
Looks good.
the fabric in it. Like the fabric is a very nice design. It's one of the best ones. This is from the designer that did the Terrifier 3 popcorn bucket, who was on our channel with me and Danny.
Yes, he
so
was.
if you want to check out those
Yes, he
videos, he
was.
talks about getting into that business and designing this thing. So it's a very interesting interview.
I'm gonna have to ask him for one because I want a Ghostface one now. Damn it, Dave.
Let's see here. The popcorn bucket is all right. Could have been better, like Ghostface had popcorn bucket better. So King Matthew. We'll segue
Yep.
into the next one. So this is the nice one.
Oh,
that
that
one's
looks so
nice.
good.
Yep.
Yes,
Especially
Cinemark
next
is
to the
selling
Michael
that one.
Myers one.
It looks like the Michael Myers one, right? And that's what a lot of people are saying. They're like, "Hey, this is like a Halloween 2 type of popcorn bucket." No, this is like the Halloween mask that they sold with the blood inside it, right? That's what it reminds me of. So that's a really nice popcorn bucket. So that's one that I'm definitely going to be picking up. I'm definitely.
Yeah, it looks good.
Now,
David, when you get one, get me one, and I'll send you the money because you know me, I'm traveling all the time. Please.
Yep. Yep. It's rumored to be coming out around Valentine's Day. So if people will be driving hours to get this thing, but it looks fantastic.
Yep.
Now I don't see
Looks good.
anything that could be a spoiler unless the blood itself on the mask is a spoiler. Now the reason why I will
We
say
get
that,
shot in the head.
yep, the reason why I will say that is a possible spoiler. This is referencing back to me and Danny having the designer of this popcorn bucket on the show. They get movie details a year ahead of time.
Yes.
And then they start coming up with ideas on what the bucket should look like. So the last time that bucket came out, it was 6 weeks ahead of the movie. They're running really behind with this. So that could be a potential spoiler where we get Ghostface bleeding in front of the mask.
So I have a potential spoiler too, boys, if I may.
Yep, go ahead.
So did you hear about the reshoots that they're reshooting it again?
I don't think that's a spoiler. I think you're breaking news.
Yeah. So
I think you're segueing.
Are we segueing? Sorry.
No, go ahead, man. So breaking here at Nerdbox. We have some inside connections. Then go ahead.
Yeah. So I saw it on TikTok too because a friend of mine who's in the entertainment industry was like, "Hey, did you hear about the reshoots again?" And I go, "I already heard about the first reshoots. I already knew that." And they go, No, they're reshooting it again." And I go, "Why?" And they said the reveal of one of the Ghostface is all over social media and everyone thought it was fake. Allegedly, it's real. And do you guys want to know who it is?
Oh.
You
Well,
guys want to know who it is?
Right?
Yeah, well,
they are changing it.
you were-
Allegedly, they're changing it now because of it. That's what they're reshooting. But would you like to know on TikTok and everything what allegedly? Again, we're not saying it is, so nobody sue us. We're saying allegedly, right?
I feel like you want to tell us because it's something that we theorized and came up with.
Yes, actually, someone on this podcast is right.
All right.
So, would you like to know?
Was it me?
I really do.
I don't see any denials in.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here
Is
we
it
go.
Martha?
It's Tatum's friend, the girl from Big Bang Theory,
Oh,
the blonde.
Grace?
fuck.
Ah,
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the blue skirt in the fucking
Oh.
trailer.
Yep.
Okay.
So what happened is that they show the scene, and again, this is on TikTok. And allegedly they're fixing it because no, that's fake. But then they're reshooting it, right? So when Sydney busts through the door in the trailer, you see Ghostface standing there, and when it reveals it's McKenna Grace.
You.
And again, blue plaid, like we all said.
Yep.
So okay, so this movie is okay.
Yep.
So
blue plaid theory,
so that
like we
means-
always said.
That means that
Crazy.
there's going to be
Unless
inconsistencies
they're
in this
really
movie.
messing with us and going the whole cult aspect and having way
That
more
is true.
than just two.
And Lucas, I think I'm with you because what are the odds that they're leaking all of this stuff with Matthew Lillard and McKenna
It
Grace?
reads too easy.
Hayden
It
Panettiere.
reads too easy, man.
Also,
Either
don't forget
one of
about
two
the,
things.
The,
Feels
the leak
bland
of Hayden
as
Panettiere.
fuck.
Either one of two things. Either one, I agree with you, Lucas. It's planned to get the buzz noise, right? To get everyone to watch this movie.
A la
Or
Spider-Man.
two, they really do need to tighten up because they need to figure
All
out
right,
who the
guys.
hell is leaking all this
Let
stuff.
me get the cork board.
Yeah.
It's time for a new theory.
Yeah.
It's time for Screamgate.
Nightmare Files says unless they're doing what Scream 2 did.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be. My thing is like, I don't know why they would say that. I don't know why they would say that. Why they would openly admit that. If they,
Well,
if we
I don't
had
think
gotten
they
it-
openly
if they
admitted
had
it.
gotten it right
There's
because
people leaking
Over
it.
there. I'll
Well-
bring my thing over there.
I don't know. It depends on if they're like real leaks or not, because there's always like the fake leaks now with all the new shit, and everybody's doing that because Marvel did it now. So it really,
Well, we
really
have-
could be anything. It really could
We
be
have
anything.
ceremonial gate, or ceremonial knife. I mean, and then
Yeah.
we have several
I think-
Texas Chainsaw Massacre references, including the poster, which we're going to talk about. But
Uh-huh.
it's
How
either there's
recent
going to be
is
a
the
cult, or there's
AI
going to be a
thing?
family dynamic. What's up?
How recent is the AI thing?
A couple days ago, I
That
think?
came out last week. The AI dropped last week, and it's only on Facebook. They didn't drop it on Instagram. They didn't drop it on Twitter. They didn't release it to any of the horror websites. It's just on one Paramount website on Facebook. It's not on the Scream official site. It's not on
Interesting.
Paramount Plus. It's only on one place. So that's really
So-
weird that they only dropped it on one spot.
And when did the news of the leak of the reshoots come out?
A few days ago, because Danny brought this up to me midweek, and I said, "Hey, we should probably talk about that on the show and break it."
Interesting.
Oh, look, King Matthew said it good here too. So, like, that could be why promotion hasn't really amped up because of them having to change stuff, because stuff leaked.
Well, see, because that makes me think. That makes me wonder. Maybe the AI thing
Unless
really
this is a
was
promotion.
a hasty decision. Like
Yep.
maybe it was just something they did not. They just had to get something out.
I'll play devil's advocate. I'll play devil's advocate, and I'll say, what if this is all planned, right? What if this is the Stranger Things conformity game, right? What if in their promotion, instead of putting out trailers and having people go out, so what if instead of like them going out and promoting it and with press tours and all that other shit, they're doing this instead.
Everybody in the comments,
theories and
whatever.
like that.
If you share this theory, make sure to tag it with a hashtag Screamgate, bro. This shit, we're blowing this wide open.
There's a chance. Yeah, there's a chance that maybe their promotion is chaos because of how chaotic 6 was and 5 was and all that other stuff. So like maybe they're playing into it with this one, and they're playing 4D chess on us. And
I will also continue your devil's advocate thought, because Scream is constantly being known for like sort of being in like the conspiracy realm. Like it's always a conspiracy against one person to really fuck with them. So maybe they are going down this route to really just mess with us.
Well,
and
you
really
have
just
3 major leagues too, which is interesting.
You
let's
never
talk
know.
about the poster, right? Let's talk about the poster, because the poster will probably tie into this, right? So they released
That poster
this
looks
poster.
dope as fuck, by the way.
You think it's dope,
Doesn't
right?
it?
It is a badass poster.
All right, so let's look at this poster. This is obviously
Tell me it's AI so I can punch myself in the face.
Could be. It's an homage to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? Very similar.
Wait, what?
Something that we've talked about in our videos and we've talked about here, because Texas Chainsaw Massacre is on the movie marquee in the trailer, is we were saying, hey, what is Texas Chainsaw Massacre about? It's about a family, right? Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and the first one, it's about a family of killers. And that's what we were saying. Hey, look, Leslie Macher could be coming back. She could have another son. She had Vince in the other movie. We could have Stu. So this can be all based around Stu Macher returning and a family of killers. But what if it's not? Like, everything that we've gotten was to throw us off, pointing us to Stu Macher being alive. But maybe, like in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface never reveals his face, right? Never reveals his face. There's somebody under that mask that's killing people, and we don't know who it is. And could that be the same thing that we're actually seeing in Scream 7, where it's somebody new
I
under
like that
a mask?
idea.
Yep. We don't know who it is, and then they eventually lead us to Scream 8. So it ties in perfectly with the AI themes that we have because it's an AI voice, so somebody's hiding behind something else, and that makes sense now.
It's gonna be like Leroy the mailman, and everyone's gonna groan audibly.
I have a question.
Yep.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I feel like we've talked about it before, but I want to make like this specific thing that I'm about to bring up. But I want to make sure that I'm correct. There was a different original story plan for Texas Chainsaw Massacre where the town knew about it and was in on it, right? Am I mistaken about that?
No. So I brought up how the 2003 remake, they did a comic book sequel that was that took place after the 2000 remake, and the town was in on the Hewitts. They had like a deal like to stay out of it, you know what I mean, and not snitch on them and stuff like that.
Wasn't one of the family members a cop in the first movie? Fuck, Joel McHale's in the movie. He's a cop.
Yeah, and when we looked at it last week, when we did our little football markings and stuff like on that, he looks pretty serious in some of the movies, right? But so just hear me out, right? So with McKenna Grace possibly being outed as a ghost face, it ties into possibly her being that rich kid that's looking to have some fun, so she would be able to do the AI voices. And this is something that's been said over on Killjoy Jake's channel, where he said, like, hey, maybe it's a group of people that are inspired by Gail, who is in the center of the new poster, and they want to create their own kind of crime fiction and crime YouTube series. So they're recreating the murders from the original Woodsboro, and they're using the AI voices to taunt Sydney.
Yeah, so what I heard, though,
lame as hell.
from this leak, what I heard from this leak is that McKenna Grace is actually Stu Macher's niece.
So it ties into the Texas.
A lot of people
Anna
don't
Camp,
like
like him being Anna Camp's daughter or something. Because
Yeah,
I think it's for sure that Anna Camp is going to be Stu's like sister. I think that's like
really
in my mind. In my mind, that's set. I'll wait. If the movie tells me something different, we'll see.
I mean, I would love it if Anna Camp was.
Oh yeah. It'll be fantastic.
So then so are we gonna get like they're gonna be the ghost faces and it's gonna be revealed, and then at the end it's like, oh, and then they show him and then he comes out as the third bulkier ghost face,
and then Sub-Zero shows up. What?
Look, Alexander is saying that there's 3 killers. He won't say who the third killer is. So all I hope is this, like, if they're making changes now, how is it going to screw up maybe parts that tie into the end of the film, where like you have Scream 3 that came out and you go ahead and you change the ending? It's like, oh, you clearly have a big plot hole where there's 2 Ghostface and now you end up with just 1 in that film. So
it's going to be weird.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Right?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
True, and these are actual reshoots, and it's not a fake leak that they're just like feeding us. Then that's gonna be. It's definitely gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be noticeable. I have a feeling it's gonna be noticeable, and we will be able to tell.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the Texas Chainsaw Massacre parallel is that it's the entire Macher family going after Sydney.
Yep.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be. It could be. I found some evidence in the Scream 7 trailer today when I was going through it that suggests something that I wrote up a video today. I have to go and film it. I don't want to talk about it just yet because nobody has picked up on it. I'll tell you boys after we're done filming. But it was pretty wild when I heard it, and I had to play back about 6-7 times. Yeah, so you'll get a little tease. There's something that maybe linked that there. So we'll talk about that too on the channel. But
yeah, somebody just said it too. As soon as Danny finished saying that the entire Macher family, oh my god, they do it again. If they do it again,
yeah, they did it in 6. They did it in 2.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I'm gonna say that all the promotion pointing that it's a killer family and that it's Stu is the red herring, and I don't think it is. I think it's something different. I think they're going to lean heavily into the AI stuff. Yep. I think they're going to lean heavily into the AI stuff, and I think what we're going to see is like what we talked about in last week's show is that the drawings on the wall it's probably Sydney or Tatum at the end, and that's what's going to happen.
Well,
That is my favorite theory.
To me, the way the trailer was cut, I think that's Sydney and whoever else was with her, Gail, in the asylum. They were visiting whoever is at the asylum, and those paintings, the way it was cut, was like it was in the room of whoever they were looking for.
So there's a lot of other people are starting to come out and saying that Sydney shot in there is not her in the asylum. It's her somewhere else because they're looking at the cuts around the photo itself.
It doesn't look right.
Yep.
Somebody else might be there with Gail, but I don't think it's Sid. It's definitely not Sydney.
They gotta give a dog a bone because my interest in this movie is dropping.
I think if we look at that picture, I don't have it saved. I don't have it saved anymore. I can probably go and find it real quick wherever I may have it downloaded here on the computer. But I'm thinking that it's possibly when you see Gail when she's looking in the window, she's looking at Sydney herself.
That was my theory, and I love that.
Yep.
I really do think if it is Gail that is the puppet master, or even if not, right, that she's visiting Sydney after losing everything.
Yep.
I really do think that's what it is. It's crazy.
So I think that's what we're seeing in there, and then we're just having the Sydney shot added in just to throw us off. Because Marvel does it all the time, and apparently Scream 5 had removed not Tatum, Tara out of one of the scenes that they had in the trailer. Like they digitally removed her, and then she was actually in it later on. So, but I think we're getting the red herring is that it's not Stu, and I think this is not a spoiler. It's going to be the most spoiled movie in the first 2 days. People are going to be happy.
Tracy Lynn brings up the same point that I brought up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it is now.
It doesn't make sense. You can't have a psych ward that has not only tax but string.
Yep.
Those are all weapons. I mean, the cork board itself is a weapon. So I don't get. Yeah, so like that's a really like if that's an asylum, that's a psych ward.
Hey,
really
Melissa brought up a point. That's true.
Ha.
Yeah, but let's go back to Tracy's point there. She's spot on. Like the thumbtacks are a weapon. Yep.
Yeah.
So the string is a weapon. The corkboard is wood. There has wood on it and sharp edges. That is all dangerous.
I like Redman going. If Sid is in the mental hospital, she better have a nice room. She deserves a comfortable insanity.
I doubt that. She looked like she's well off in her little coffee shop office. She was doing the books or whatever when she got the phone call from Ghostface. Sid is just fine.
All right, well, let's get to some questions real quick. So we had Scott dropped us on this a while ago. So how would you boys feel about the idea of Woodsboro being completely abandoned in Scream 7? Sydney and the others return to the shops, boarded up to the houses, and the houses are empty. Nobody's living there anymore.
Nah,
Nightmare on Elm Street 6?
I think that is a little too supernatural for Scream. I think that would be just a little too much of a stretch of reality, just because
it's not a small town. It's a big. It's
abandoned like that anymore.
It's a big town. It's a big big suburban town in California.
It's not unheard of that abandoned ghost towns exist, but they're usually like a couple of like 50, 60 some odd years old and got abandoned long before that.
No,
I was going to piggyback off of that. You're right, Lucas. There's not enough time between the 6th and the 7th one, or even the 5th and the 7th one, to abandon that town.
10-year time jump. Go ahead, Michael.
Unless you get a Centralia situation.
But then also, Woodsboro is set up to be a type of town that's like, hey, we cover up our secrets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of those lily towns, but we cover up all the dark secrets and hush hush, change the name. You know what I mean? Kind of like Friday the 13th. What was it? They changed it from Crystal Lake to Camp something, Greenwood or something like that.
Clear.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what Woodsboro is like. And plus this world is like, even though it's parody to other horror franchises and stuff, it's still grounded. You know what I mean? Very much grounded. So
yeah. And as much as I would like to maybe even go down the path where they're talking about, hey, maybe the town's in on it, maybe the town's corrupt, that just gives me Stranger Things chapter 2 and 3 vibes. I'm like, nope, don't want to see it now.
The show did that.
Yeah, I said Stranger Things, but the Strangers just ruined that concept with their horrible ass movies that have come out so far.
You know, the show kind of did that though, with the town and the politics behind everything. Yeah, but it worked though. It worked.
I think the best movie to do the whole town's in on it situation was Hot Fuzz.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
I mentioned that. Yeah, they should do a goddamn sequel. I would
they
love
should make a sequel. That would be fantastic.
Clown in the Cornfield did it too, and they did it very good.
They either need to make a sequel or they just need to make another movie together because Paul was pretty funny.
They're teaming up for a fourth film in the Coronado trilogy. They're making a fourth film.
Was also there's the Shaun of the Dead. You got the robot one too that I can't remember.
What was that, Noah?
They got Shaun of the Dead as well, and then also that robot movie, the killer robot one.
Yep. Now they're making a fourth one.
Crawling.
Yep. All right. So are they really hinting at Gale as traitor or Gale and Sydney as the killers? Because it said traitors hopefully not cause. That would be too much. So traitors. So this is going back to that AI video that we played earlier. So it calls out traitors and calls out the ceremonial dagger. So
I think.
I don't think Sydney would be the traitor. I think people will be betraying Sydney herself. So I think it would be Gale as one. Yep. But if it's traitors with an S, who else is betraying Sydney in this movie? Well, I guess you could say if Anna Camp is Stu Macher's sister and they're friends in this, and then she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm Stu Macher's sister." That's a betrayal as well.
Uh-huh.
So that would be two people there, or if her husband's also a part of it, that's a that could be a traitor. So, yeah, I would say if two of those three people are there, then you get your traitors. I don't think Sydney would be a traitor unless you're going down the route that I don't think it would work. But unless you're going down the route where Tatum is the main character.
Gale and Dewey returns and he's evil. It's evil Dewey.
He's not actually dead.
Dewey is the one with the respirators, not Stu.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's Cyborg Dewey. Like she controls him with like a remote or something.
Oh my god,
stop.
Dewey kills
Ghostface in a wheelchair.
Get him.
Professor Ghostface. I will kill you with my mind. Gene.
Hold on, let me catch up to you. Oh boy.
Papa Wheelie.
Let's see. King Matthew got another one in there too. What kind of threw me off about the poster we're referring to is it says "Welcome back to Woodsboro, where the past never dies." Scream 7 takes place in Indiana unless Ghostface forces Sydney back to Woodsboro. Now, this is something that we were looking at last week when she comes into the door, right? We were trying to figure out what house that is because that's not Sydney's house. And it looks very close to the Macher house, but there's some little things that kind of say that it's not the Macher house. So maybe that's right. Maybe, like Danny's been saying it, Tatum gets kidnapped. Tatum goes back to Woodsboro with the Ghostface, and that forces Sydney to go back to Woodsboro. And that's how Scream 3 was originally supposed to end. Sydney has to go back to the Macher house, and that's where the cult is revealed. So could be, yeah. Let's see what we have going on.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because well, then that would mean that like the house burning down at the end would be or the house them showing the house burning down be at the end, and then we get a Ghostface winning, which I would like to see because it's new and it would lead us into 8, which would be fresh. But I don't know because so I mean that is true. I mean you do have to entertain that idea though, right? Because but you also have to, because we do talk about we're talking about them putting Sydney into a shot with Gale that she's not in. We're talking about them editing clips together in the trailer as well. So who's to say that they're not doing that with that opening scene where people are being killed in. So what if that scene, the Airbnb scene, takes place right at the end, they get killed, and then that leads us right into the climax, is that kill scene right there, and then the house being burned down is after Sydney loses. I don't know it doesn't matter if she dies, but she loses, and then that's the ending. They could be throwing us off.
Yeah. What if Sydney puts on the Ghostface costume again? She's worn it once.
That's true.
Yep. She
Again,
wears
I've
it
been
and she
wanting
burns
that
down the house.
forever.
Yeah, she puts it on and she burns down the Macher house. That could be a
She
thing.
could, yeah, she could be. That's true.
Yep.
That would also be kind of badass to see at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that makes you feel like they're shutting the door to make another one, and they did say they plan on making an 8. So I don't know if that
I doubt Sydney wins in this one. I'm gonna be real. I think this is gonna be a definite 2-parter setup.
I would hope that
if
she
not
loses
for
this one,
Sydney
I think
to be the main, if not to be for Sydney to be the main character the next one, then definitely Tatum.
Yep. So Alexandretti, whatever. I am sorry if I pronounce your names. I'm horrible with names. I can barely say my name right sometimes. But I've heard this a few times in the circles. I don't go looking for news anymore because I don't want to be spoiled, but I've heard this a couple of places where there's a post-credit scene for Scream 7.
Ghostface Initiative.
Listen, if that happens, Kirby and Sydney, and for those of you that did not watch the last I Know What You Did Last Summer, spoiler alert, you got 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. They did that, and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, shit, yeah, they did. I forgot.
Yep.
The Avengers showed up. They will return in Doomsday.
So we mentioned it. I Know What You Did Last Summer copied off the Scream trailer. Do you think they're going to copy off of this? Because if you think about it, again, spoiler alert for anyone that did not see that I Know What You Did Last Summer, right? Freddie Prinze Jr. was the fisherman.
Yep.
So, and he was the original OG character. So that could lead it to either Gale or someone from the past, like we mentioned, right? Either Jill or whoever from the past, come back and be Ghostface. Right? So it was like, yeah. And then at the end, Kirby and Sydney talking is just like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yep. We got this one. Vladimir. What if Scream 8's in the forest?
Finally something different.
Yeah.
Let's go, Slenderman!
No one will be able to hear Scream Woods.
King Matthew's got a good one out there too. So what if they go see Sam in the asylum? And I know that might be a major stretch because I doubt Melissa will be returning. Could be kept secret, but that could be why Gail and Sydney go there. I like it.
I would not like that.
If we're getting
I would not like that.
No. If Sam's coming back, she needs to come back as a Ghostface.
Yep. I would not like that. That is trash.
I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but I also don't agree with them her being in the asylum. I don't like that.
I don't. It's absolute trash. It diminishes her character development. It really does. Because we were left on a cliffhanger.
Also, unless they had
we
a
were left
really
on the cliffhanger
explanation and it made sense and they found a way to make it make sense in the story that it wasn't just like a flashback or something, there's no way to come off of 6 thinking that she was going to the asylum.
Well, here's the deal. There is because remember she said the medication was wearing off, right? That it wasn't working and she's going crazy. So I get it. But at the same time, though, you diminish everything then that she developed in 6. You diminish everything now.
You also have to imagine she was saying that in the middle of Scream 6 and then goes on a rampage at the end of Scream 6. She's not doing better after this. She would be doing worse.
Well,
but
whenever the police,
you should have a full-blown Ghostface, though. Like I said, she took it. That's why it's my favorite cliffhanger of the series, is that she took the mask with her until Tara snapped her out of it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She took it and hid it until Tara talked to her and snapped her out of it.
Yep.
And then she dropped the mask. But that's what I'm saying. To have her regress into, I'm just crazy now, and she doesn't become a Ghostface is ridiculous. And what a waste of a character. What a waste of a character. Definitely. Everything you built, that's a waste of a character.
It is. All right. So, hey, Redman's turning 40 next month. On Friday the 13th. You know what that means, right?
Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. 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 Chuck E. Cheese birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. birthday, Chuck E. Cheese.
Birthday.
Hell yeah.
Happy birthday, Alex.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Gotta have a
birthday.
marathon on Friday the 13th. You gotta watch them all.
Yeah.
Maybe not goes to hell.
By the way, boys, I finally saw the reboot, Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were right. I was impressed.
It's very good.
You guys were right.
Which
I was
version?
thoroughly impressed. The
Which
new one
version did you
the
watch?
one with the one with the tunnels. Oh no, I didn't watch the fully uncut one.
Oh,
Marcus, I
okay.
watched the original.
The one from
Yeah.
2009 or the one from Angry Orchard? Okay, so
I
you're
have no
talking about the
idea.
one from 2009. You're talking about the one from 2009, right? With Derek Mears.
I guess the one that he runs in the tunnels and stuff like that I
Yep.
told you I didn't
Yeah.
like.
Okay,
that
yeah.
okay, okay.
It was
I
great.
thought you were.
Yeah, it's
I
a
thought
very
you were
good
about the Angry
remake.
Orchard one.
Yeah, I was
All right,
thoroughly
guys.
impressed, man.
We got a good
You gotta
question
watch the
here.
full cut though.
Who do you guys hope survives to make it to part 8? Marcus, let's start with you, Marcus.
I mean, obviously Sid, but outside of her, I want the twins, man.
Oh,
I want the
okay.
twins.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Lucas, how about you? Who do you want to survive?
Obviously my Lord glorious Chad. I don't know. I don't really feel any emotional attachment to most of these characters. So if anybody were to survive, it would be whoever survives, and then I would then grow an emotional attachment to them for the next movie.
Mm-hmm. All right, Noah.
See, for plot development, I don't want Sydney to live. I want Sydney to die.
Wow. All right.
Sam coming in, killing Sydney, and then you have Tatum in the asylum. So I want Tatum to live for that plot line to play out. I don't give a shit about anybody else, honestly. I honestly don't even care if Tatum wins. I like if Sydney loses and then we get Sam back. I want Sam to live. I want Sam to come back and live.
I've been saying it from the start. If they kill her at the end of 7, and then they have a character on a revenge path for the entirety of 8, that's good storytelling.
All right.
That's good storytelling.
We need
That's
to bring
good
Sam back.
storytelling.
All right. How about you, Danny?
So I'm gonna go with we should do the theory I have that Sydney lives, everyone else dies, and that's why she's in the asylum. That could segue into 8 of people visiting her to help them, in their Ghostface endeavors in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want me to be completely honest, I want a lot of people to die since we had nobody die in the last one. So if any, I'm gonna have to go with Marcus. I want Chad and Mindy to live. That way we can segue into others, right? Into other Ghostface stories, man. Because you could have a Chad and Tara story fighting a Ghostface elsewhere. You have Mindy on her own or with whoever fighting it. You know what I mean? Kirby, same thing. Like I want these other, other stories than Sydney. We had the whole final girl lasting too long forever with Laurie Strode. We saw how that handled, right? Yeah, so many different stories, so many retellings, so many of this, so many of that. And the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis had that contract of like not dying really ruined the film. You know what I mean? It really did. You could have, and I get it. There's no Michael Myers without Laurie Strode, so both of them should have died.
Please,
and
man.
Halloween
All she did
ends.
was run and scream, man.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they should have both died at the end of Halloween ends, and that start the cycle somewhere else. That evil never dies, and that the boogeyman's real, right? Because Michael Myers died. Wait, who's this guy? Right? Incredible. Instead of trying to hand it off to Corey, but I feel like if she dies and Ghostface continues, you know what I mean? It's not a good final resting chapter for her story to end. I really do think her story does need to end, and that be that, and keep it moving with other people.
Yeah, honestly, like I think this year. Go ahead, Lucas. Looks like you got two.
No, I was just pointing at my cat in the window there.
I honestly like if I think about final girls, they're probably a little bit redefined. Sydney is the true final girl, right? Because she fights back. Laurie Strode never fought back. What she do? She stabbed him with a sewing needle.
She's a scream queen.
And the hanger in the eye.
Yeah, the hanger, right? So it's like she didn't do much. She ran, she cried, And like in part 2, like watching Halloween 2, she does the same stuff. Like she's crawling on the ground trying to get away. It's like, come on. She's not. Scream Queen, yes. Final Girl, no. Definitely not. Survivors for me, Sydney and Chad. I want Mindy to die. I want one of the twins to go.
Dude,
Oh no, man!
that
Even
would
though
that
she
would
gets,
segue into
Wow.
it would be a good
Martha.
segue.
That would segue
Yeah.
into Martha. That would be a
Yep.
good segue.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I think, you know what? Actually, I think Dave has a point. I think Mindy has exactly one more chance to be wrong. I
Yep.
think she gets her third strike in this movie.
I
Exactly, I
know,
think
but
that-
the weight of her getting Chad killed because she was wrong, I kind of
That
want to
would
see
be
it.
bad too. That would be bad
like
too.
that.
That would be another way
I
to
like
interpret
that,
it.
Noah.
But I
like
think
that.
I love Chad, so I'm kind of hoping that it's Mindy gets her own comeuppance.
But I'm also,
Oh.
oh, Critical Overlord, what up, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? I really do think, though, honestly, that I don't like that she's being wrong so many times because it
Mhm.
tarnishes Randy's spot on with
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
Well, she
Randy,
tries to
Randy,
prove that she is Randy. That's the thing, right? She's trying to prove that she is
Yeah.
Randy. And she's
I
not.
know,
You
but
never be a
what I'm
Randy.
saying, I know, but what I'm saying is though, is that it really tarnishes that line because where I would want her to be right and where she messes up is where Randy messes up, right? Like Randy messed up because he got cocky. Remember, he was talking smack and he didn't check the van. He checked everywhere else, looking around, and he let his guard down. That's the only reason why Randy got off, right? But if we're going to continue this road of her being wrong, I agree with Noah. Why not have a dire consequence this time
Yeah.
and it be her brother? That's a good one. I like that.
I don't want it to be the brother. I just want her to get it wrong. Third strike and she's out. And then that sets up Martha to become Ghostface.
And
Because it-
Joel,
Joel.
the cameraman.
I
Or
can
Joel.
already imagine the dialogue.
No, they come in as a duo. They're
Third
both
strike.
pissed.
You're out.
Uh-huh.
Stab.
All right. So we got this one here from Funko Pop Collector 9988. What if Roman survived the shot in the head and somehow he is the mastermind? Still.
You know
the
what?
mastermind.
Hey, so that's somebody else said that, and then somebody brought up the comment of what was James Bond movie with Pierce Brosnan? The World Is Not Enough, where the villain Bond had shot him in the head, and they showed the bullet in the brain, and it was slowly killing him over years. So I was like,
Great,
it didn't
so
work in that
just
movie. It wouldn't
nobody in
work here.
Scream dies anymore.
It wouldn't work here.
Dude,
It
if
wouldn't work
anyone
here.
deserves to
Somehow
come
Roman
back,
gets returned.
if anyone deserves to come back because we're getting the Texas Chainsaw, the family theme, and like I told you in part 3, the family theme, Jill. Jill deserves to come back.
Yep.
And Jill, it makes sense. I've been planning this for a long time. You know, you get the Matthew Lillard red herring, but it's actually Jill, brings it back to the family. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful,
Also,
beautiful.
If you're bringing someone back who got shot in the head, why not bring back Billy at this point? Just bring them all back. Let's just while we're at it, why don't we just bring back the people who've been decapitated? Let's just do it. Let's bring them all back. What's the point of killing people in this franchise anymore? What are we
They
mad?
brought Michael Myers back. They brought Michael Myers back when he got decapitated.
Michael Myers is the embodiment of evil, and it's still stupid.
This is interesting. Sam and Sid as a Ghostface duo.
Good or bad?
I don't like Sid and Sam together, but I do like our theory of Sam and freaking Stu, man. That is great. Like I said, you find out that Sam is really, again, that could work in this one too. Sam is really Sydney and Billy's daughter. Both of them are on screen as Billy and Stu again when she full psychosis as Billy. That would be beautiful. But her and Sydney, ugh, I don't like that.
I look, I've been talking about it ever since I seen Scream 5 and all the psycho references in Scream 5 and then again in Scream 6. And we've talked about it before, is like you build up the ultimate predator to go after Sydney by establishing a character over a series of films, which would have been Sam, and then it's Sam versus Sydney. And then when Sam breaks, because you bring Matthew Lillard back, you get the reunion of Billy and Stu on screen, because when they flip their personalities, you could just put Billy there talking to Stu like, hey, This is what we did, right? And Stu looks at it, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he sees Sam, but you see Billy on screen.
Dude, you can see Ski Ulrich. Oh my God, Dave, that is amazing. I love that. That this is how you bring them two back on screen together, and it's just the personality she inhabits. And oh my God, that's great, bro. Great.
People would, I think everybody would love that. You guys can let us know in the comments, but that's perfect.
Dude, that would be like No Way Home reunion when everyone lost their cookies.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be incredible.
Vladimir Mitchell, I butchered his name. Pacheco asked, "Who do we think is the smartest Ghostface?"
The smartest Ghostface.
I'm torn between Jill and Roman. The reason why I say Jill because Scream 4 was so far ahead of his time. So between her and actually, I'll throw Charlie in the mix with it because they came up with it together. They came up with it together. But Jill was the mastermind behind it. But Roman, you got to say he played the long game. So I definitely say I'm torn between the two of them.
You technically have to give it to Roman out of fault because he was the quote unquote mastermind from the start. But if you want to play into like who I would be more but that's as of right now, yes. But Jill, very intelligent, and also a psychopath. Like if she hadn't messed up on her details, nobody would have known that she was a Ghostface, and that is terrifying. So I would say it's very close that they're intelligent, but from the feats that Roman has over Jill, you have to give it to Roman in the background, in the shadows.
I would agree with you, Noah, because I like that more than anything else. I like that mastermind shit more than anything else. However, if Scream 3 played out better, like how it was originally intended, that it would be a hands down no-brainer that it was Roman, right? But the fact that Scream 3 played out the way it did, which was not so great, Jill, man, that is a sick plan. Think about it, man. It's your cousin. They killed her. Jill killed her own mom. The whole nine to make it seem like it's not her. And then her getaway plan was incredible. Her getaway. I'm the final one. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, poor me." Dude, what a sick and twisted plan that was, and that's why I'm saying I planned this from the beginning. I planned this for a long time. It's been a long time since Jill's been around. That would work, man. That would work.
And you have to think about it. Like if you watch Scream 4 now for the first time against everything that's out there, social media, YouTube, and stuff like that, it doesn't seem smart. If you go back and watch it in 2011, before all of this blew up, she's ahead of her time. Way ahead of her time. So she is probably the smartest one that's out there. All right, let's take a look what else we got going on in here. Look at this one. Right, Mansko. Joel in the asylum. Brothers don't last long in those situations.
That's fact.
Wrestling God, hey, thanks for joining us.
Hello again.
Let's see here. Just looking. I'm way behind in questions, guys. I apologize for that. This is a good one. If Gail is a Ghostface in Scream 7, then maybe that could be a way to introduce new rules and have Mindy say the legacy characters could be the killer because Scream 7 needs some new rules to be set.
I can rock with that.
I just want Mindy to be wrong again and get killed. That's all.
You just don't like Mindy.
I love Mindy, but I want a unaliving moment that is going to hit you.
Emotional.
We've had two in this series. We had Randy in 2, we had Dewey in 5, and that's it. Nothing else has really hit anybody.
That's true.
I really want Gail to finally go, dude. You have no idea. I instead of emotionally and everyone's gonna be sad, we're all gonna cheer if that happens. We're gonna be like, finally.
Yep. Stephanie Chen.
I did a little clap in Scream 6 in theaters. and then she was alive. I was like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, they gave us the okie doke on that one because we thought she was done too.
Yep.
They Uno reversed us real quick.
Yep. We got Wrestling God believing that Stu Macher is the one that is going to be in the movie because he's in the psychiatric hospital. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Scream 7 popcorn buckets. Yes. Stephanie Chen, we talked about that. We'll show them real quick before we get to some more questions here. But we got this one, which, again, we're going to talk about it, right? So for those that are just tuning in, so Danny and I interviewed the guy that did the Scream 6 popcorn bucket on our channel. So you can go watch it. Look up checks in our search and you'll find it. And he had talked about that there are spoilers that they get a year ahead of time when it comes to making these buckets. So that blood coming down from the mask could be a scene in the movie. So that's an interesting one out there. Yep. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see. With the Scream 7 poster. Let's see this. With the Scream 7 poster, how can Stu is not on a poster with the other characters if he's alive? I bet you if he is alive, he will be added to a poster afterwards. They'll release one more poster with him on it.
That would make sense. I mean, because technically we weren't supposed to know he was in the movie. Supposedly, we weren't supposed to know. We'll find out. Follow hashtag Screamgate. But I would say that it makes more sense that he doesn't have his face on the poster. But I'm gonna be real upset. But I'm also kind of expecting that it's gonna be a 5 Nights at Freddy's situation. He's gonna be in the movie for like 2 minutes. And that's it. And in 5 Nights at Freddy's 2, he was in a black shadowy room, so you didn't even see his goddamn face. You just saw his beautiful silhouette.
Yep.
So I don't know. I was getting excited when we were doing the theories last week, but I'm just disappointed again. I'm getting disappointed again with the possibility.
Well, it's that Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster kind of throws you off a little bit, and then what Danny was talking about with the rumors of them doing reshoots now, right? If they're doing reshoots to cover up something,
big problem for me. Like you're doing reshoots, and like the movie's just coming out. Is coming out in less than a month. That's one, or in about a month. So it's one thing. But another thing too is like now, with unfortunately again with the Scream 3 director, we're possibly gonna have glaring inconsistencies with characters who are supposed to be Ghostface but are no longer Ghostface, so they're gonna be popping up in places they're not. And this happens all the time. And we know that they're plot holes, and we play into it for theories because we love the theories because it can be tied together. But I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of now seeing once again there's going to be more inconsistencies in a film. Unless listen, Stranger Things has got me all fucked up, but unless they're lying to us, right? And this is a 40 big brain move. I'm just going to be pissed watching this movie the entire time.
Yep.
I don't want the bucket. I want a good movie.
Redman makes a good point here, because at the end of Scream 4, it was kind of ominous because they were talking about Jill as a hero, but she was really not.
Well,
so I wonder,
you got to think because the news hadn't got to him yet about Jill. Everything was, contained.
What a flip in the news that would have been. Or was it covered up too? Oh. All right, so Wrestling God's got a theory for us. Hey, I got a theory for how can work with Stu Macher being the killer. They can make him be the type of person that holds a grudge and has no discipline for others, since he has no self-respect for anyone. That makes sense. It fits the lines of the movie of burning everything down. It fits part 6 with him possibly being the killer in the opening of scene where he says, fuck the movie. I don't care about the fucking movie and stuff like that. That fits.
And it also fits that killing Dewey finally.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. It totally fits.
And if you think about it, like
burning it all down, you said.
Who was Quinn's favorite Ghostface killer? Stu. She admits it at the end of the movie, right? And then when we come up on that Gail scene, there's somebody talking to Gail on that phone that knows a little bit more about Gail than any of the other 3 would. And we know that Quinn's not picking up a 6-foot dude and throwing him through a bookshelf. So that had to be another guy. Yeah. And Bailey and Ethan had alibis at the time.
No, it was definitely Quinn, right? Just like Amber is the one who killed Dewey.
Yeah, and just like Jill threw the reporter off the building. Yeah, it doesn't work. Is Stu Macher Matthew Lillard? Yes, he is. Nice guy, too. Very nice guy. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's read this one. I always thought Sydney was Sam's real mom because
Yep.
Dewey was so easily convinced to help Sam and let Sam into his house after finding out Sam's dad was Billy Loomis. So Dewey knew something.
Yes, I've been
Yes.
saying this. I've been saying this the entire time. The whole diary thing. I'm telling you, the whole breakup and everything else, and the reason why Sam's mom would disappear and all this other jazz is because it wasn't Sam's mom's diary. It was Sydney's diary that was
Yes.
in there. You know,
And it was
Noah
given-
came up with something. Yep, Noah said something. Go ahead, Noah.
So the idea, I mean, like, you would have to assume that when you're adopting someone or fostering a child into adoption, that they're gonna have belongings that come with her. So if they, especially if they adopted Sam at such a young age, infancy, toddler age, they're gonna have these things. They're gonna read it first, and then like, oh fuck, let's put this in another box in the attic and not even pay attention to it. And then, you know, people forget about these things, and then she goes snooping in the attic to find stuff, and she finds that, and she misrepresented because she doesn't see a name. She's other than Billy, and the fact that they're together. So, and they didn't even mention, they didn't even really go into like the details of what she read, other than the fact that it said that that Billy was her father, and you could easily explain that diary came with Sam along with some of her other belongings, and it was hidden away because she didn't want Sam to know. Because why would you want Sam to know that? So because then also you find out that you're adopted, and then you find out that you're the bastard child of a serial killer and a well-renowned author who has survived multiple slaughters and decided to get rid of you. And granted, for her own moral, personal reasons, which would make sense, especially for all that. So, like, you lose your virginity to a psychopath and then have his child. That fucking sucks. Yep. So yeah, and that is the breaking point for someone who's already mentally unstable. Yes,
not only that,
absolutely.
Not only the daughter of a serial killer, but your mom is the person who killed your father.
Yeah. And she didn't believe in sequels, and then she borned 2 more.
And then, but remember this too. Remember this. Sydney did. Remember, it's like, oh, it's the daughter of Billy, but not thinking like, oh, wait, what? Oh, right. Like this is
I think we're going down a rabbit hole, but it's
because
so
yeah. But what I'm saying is, you could, you know, some people they block out the past. You know what I mean? They block out the past so much that it's just like, oh snap! I didn't think that you were. You know what I mean? Yeah. Me and Noah are like this right now with the board for this.
No, I mean I love it. I'm just thinking like they're not as advanced brained as we are.
They're not high IQ like us.
How is it a high IQ if they followed the beats in 5 and 6 for 1 and 2? Part 3 would follow the same beats. Oh, I got rid of a child. The child comes back because the mom has a daughter.
And somebody brought up
what you're saying, but we've seen failures between 6 movies now, so it clearly has to be something in the food that we're eating and they're not eating, that they're not seeing what we're seeing. Eat your Wheaties, Paramount, Spyglass.
High on Horror made a cool statement that he said if that's true, Sydney bailed on Sam like Maureen bailed on Roman. So
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And now she has a daughter, and seeing the daughter makes her snap even more.
Like mother, like daughter. That would be crazy.
That would give Sam the reason to take out Tara. Not really your blood. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna take out my fake sister. All right, so we got Funko Pop Collector saying, what if Jill is the killer and messing with Sydney if they went the AI route?
Love that.
She is, again, she is ahead of her time based off of Scream 4, so it would make sense that she's once again the killer that is using advanced technology and advanced thinking for her motive. So that is a good theory. I will say I personally like the theory that Shannon McDonald has, which is hippity hoppity. But this one's good too.
All right. So this one here. So both Jill and Stu allegedly died from electrocution from Sid. Well, allegedly, yep. So on the channel for the earlier Popcorn Theory videos, what I would do, and I still do it for some of them, is I pull real life data and compare it against, like, hey, could this really happen? What would take to electrocute somebody? First, you're not getting electrocuted from the TV tube. The electronics are behind it, right? So you're not getting electrocuted that way, right? Second, the dude wasn't drenched in sweat or soaking wet. So the electrocution would have to course through his body because there was water in there. And he had rubber soles on his shoes, so that kind of gives him some grounding and stuff like that. So the electrocution in Stu's thing didn't happen. And then remember, Jill got the defibrillator to the head. Look that up. That can't kill you. It can fuck up. It can really fuck you up, but it can't kill you. She got shot in the chest afterwards, but that is survivable.
50 cents.
Joshua Brooks, welcome. I think Lolo will be in it more than you think. If he's in it, he's got to be in it more than just like 5 minutes.
And more than an AI face or voice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If it's an AI Matthew Lillard face, forget it. I'm just leaving. I can't leave. I'm going to be seeing it twice that night because I have to do Easter eggs for that. So that Stu Macher house is freaking fantastic. I don't know if you guys have seen the Lego house of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've
There's
seen
an
it with
official
the.
Stu Macher Lego house.
Mhm.
I think so, and it has like ghost face in the window where the stained glass window is. Yeah.
Yep. So Melissa brings up a good point. So, and he did this several times with a lot of characters. So if you read the Scream book that came out this past year, your favorite scary movie, Craven wanted it shot ambiguously, leaving Jill's fate up in the air. That's because 5 was her story. If they made 5, that was going to be based around her. So that makes sense.
Well, there's not an official one. There's just like there's someone made a Macher house with Legos. Okay, it's not official. It's not an official.
No, it's an official
It's
one
not
that
official.
comes in a box. It's not made by Lego. It's an off-brand.
Oh,
Okay.
Let's see this one. What are the chances Billy was having an affair with the 2 girls at the video store, and it's been confirmed Billy are sleeping with the girls in the bathroom in Scream 1?
well, he dated the cheerleader at the
Yep.
time. They were dating.
Yep. The cheerleader in the bathroom makes sense. It kind of fits. The one girl in the video store kind of fits as well. Scott, I don't know if you go back and watch the hallway scene after Sydney's attacked in the bathroom, you hear somebody walk by and her name is Chris. That could be Christina Carpenter. And then there's a girl in the party too that also fits. There's a few different suspects in there that would fit that part.
Yeah, and then that opens a whole can of worms that if this dude did have many kids with many, people, then it's all of Billy's kids coming after Sydney. That's the whole Texas Chainsaw thing. I don't like it.
Spawn
Yeah.
Billy. Spawn's a Billy.
Oh my God! Can you imagine instead of the cult
My
of Ghostface, it's the cult
children.
of Loomis? It's the cult of Loomis.
What is
There's
he,
a bunch of
is
little
he a
Billy
fucking
kids and
rabbit?
grandkids running around.
To me, my Billy men.
Yep. Let's see here. Let's see if we got any more comments to go on here. King Matthews. The thing I don't like about Sydney putting Sam up for adoption and being Sam's real mom is that it would make Sydney like Maureen. Sydney pushed Sam away and had kids, and yep.
Mhm.
What a great motive, though.
That for that reason.
What a great motive. The cycle
Mhm.
continues. What a
Yep.
great motive.
That kicks off your whole new series, right? Kicks off your whole new series.
I found the Lego set. I found the building brick set. They also have an Elm Street one and the Halloween one.
Yeah, Chris Schober goes, "What? Stu's not going to be in the Scream 7 movie." It's probably. I bet you, man. That's probably what's going to happen. We're all going to go in there. We're going to find out that he's not in there, and we're going to get
It's just his
confirmation
voice.
that he's
It's gonna be
dead,
his
and that's
voice.
it. So I think that could be a very real thing.
Bang my
Lucas,
head off the
I would
wall.
hate that is Roman's voice changer in this one.
I think
And it's Matthew Lillard's voice, Dewey's voice, all these different voices, just like Scream 3. Get out of here. Don't do that to me, Lucas.
if
Don't
that's
do
true, I
that to
think
me,
we should all
man.
collectively bring our cats to the movie theater.
I'm not doing it. I'm not the one doing it.
The screens, let them rip it down.
Yep.
Boo! It's fucking
Interesting
sucked.
one here too. So high on horror 1999. I hope we get a flashback scene. They did a good job bringing back Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I know what you did last summer, 2025.
Well, that would be another. That's another thing. Another thing to play into. Like, oh, they do it taking something else from I Know What You Did Last Summer, and they do more flashbacks. Like, well, was that a flashback or was that like a warped reality situation type thing?
It
Like they
would
were seeing
remind me
something?
of Spider-Man
That was a
No Way
dream.
Home.
It was a dream.
Yeah, it would remind me of Spider-Man No Way Home with Peter starts seeing Mysterio and all these other things. That's what I would kind of picture. Is like, all right, well, Sydney has this dream, and now there's Stu and there's Roman and stuff like that, and then it turns out it's a dream or something like that, or it's the mental break before she ends up in the asylum drawing pictures.
I'm making doodles.
All right, guys. I think that's a good show for today. And a little early for people that want to go watch football, they can go watch football and see who's winning that game.
Want to go watch football and hashtag Screamgate.
Hey, so horror movies this week. We got Send Help that's dropping this week. So that looks pretty
I'm looking forward to that one, man.
Yep.
That one looks fun.
A Sam Raimi film, so it's probably going to be very good. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So
two really good actors, Dylan O'Brien and dang it, Rachel McAdams. I was about to screw it up.
Iron Lung's coming out at the end of this month.
Yep, Iron Lung coming out in a couple days. Yep,
and
busy
also they're doing a promotion. Yep, Screamgate #Screamgate. They're doing a promotion. So Iron Lung is doing a promotion. If you go on their website, they're doing ironlung.com/blood. They're doing a blood drive for their promotion. So if you're interested in giving away your blood,
yeah, you can go ahead and build a popcorn bucket too. But for those that are still hanging around with us and who weren't with us last week, we got a little treat for you. Danny's teaser for Scream Behind the Mask. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play it real quick for you, everybody.
Hello?
What's your favorite scary movie?
I hope you're not expecting me to say Scream.
Oh, why not?
The franchise recycles material over and over and over again.
You know, anything could happen.
Yeah, boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
coming out.
Look for updates on our socials this week. The Indiegogo should be up to help finishing funds to wrap everything up and make it look nice and pretty. And we'll have maybe the opening scene drop at the next show. So definitely stay tuned for that. So everybody, thank you for joining us. Drop likes, share. We love you all. Have a great rest of your week. And we will see you very soon.
Deuces, y'all.
Second hashtag of the night, #Twilight.
Hashtag Twilight, hashtag Screamgate. They're doing it on purpose.
Oh, #NCU. We loved NCU. That was a good. We put that on a T-shirt.
What just happened?
Well, I'll explain later.